Hello everyone, welcome to the first video I'm doing on this channel. I have another one, I'll link it somewhere. This is me taking writing seriously, I guess. We're at the start of the year. Really, I'm recording this on the 30th, but for all intents and purposes, start of the year. One of the major things you do at the beginning of a year, of course, is setting goals. And so here I am setting goals. This year, I want to focus on writing and maybe even some artistic related things. But at the moment, of course, as is obvious, this is a writing channel. So I will be talking about writing projects and goals and the realistic, what it looks like to juggle life and writing, because writing is not my entire world, even though I might want it to be. So that's kind of what this channel is gonna be. Anyway, I wanted to start with a little bit about me so that whenever you see what I'm doing with writing, with my plans, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. So I am a senior in high school. We're going into that final semester, and I ideally by tomorrow the 31st will have finished all of my required school. There may be a little bit that I've overlooked, and if I have, that will be what I'm finishing up. I have a few interests that I'm wanting to study over the next semester. I have, after taking dual enrollment courses, decided against more actual school until I get into college, whatever that looks like. So at the moment, I have around about a semester of time to do just about whatever I like, and I decided that with that time, I would want to start a YouTube channel because making videos and learning to edit, learning how to promote myself and how to make online content is not a skill that comes naturally. So that's what I want to do within the next 4 or so months. As a result, I am trying to build a game plan for the next 2 quarters, essentially. I know a little bit of what my summer will look like. I have zero clue what my fall semester will look like. So I'm just trying to plan a little ways into the future and trying something new to see how I like it, and if being a creative, an entrepreneur, an author, or even just someone who puts out art projects for sale in some form, if any of that would actually ideally be interesting to me, which is why I'm doing this. This is essentially a test. This is a test. So I wanted to first go over the goals, because actually, as of now, I tried to keep it very loose on my goals. I have areas more of focus that I want because I don't know what life looks like in the future. I didn't want to put myself in a box of saying you have to do this. Last semester, this past one, the fall one, I wanted to get done with a book. I wanted to be one draft through, and then I got distracted writing other projects, as I do oh so well, and I got maybe, I think 40k words through it. So I'm about halfway. And I've been about halfway for about a couple months now. I haven't really made a lot of progress on it. And so I wanted to get done with that at the end of December, and that had been my big goal, was I can do 10k words a month, and then NaNoWriMo will happen, and I'll get through 50k, and it'll be great. And then I decided to do a writing challenge in October that regarded writing a fanfiction a day with a writing prompt, and that was super fun, but by November I was burnt out of writing and was doing a lot of other things outside of my little creative space. And so all of a sudden my energy levels were a little bit weird and I didn't want to write on the times I had free time. So I didn't finish my book. And there are way too many words to finish it within 2 days. And so that is going to be part of the goal for this next year. I will probably get into a little bit more of what that project is at a later date, but as it stands, I don't have any blurb for you, so I'm going to I don't even know how to refer to it. Thus far, anytime I track my writing for it, it is either original story or Minecraft story. So that is what you have. It is an original story about Minecraft that will not be posted to AO3 because I intend to actually write it as a book. That is what you get. That is what I'm doing. Yes, I am technically writing Minecraft fanfiction with OCs. That is the little general bit about me. Now it is time to merely brainstorm the goals for the next few months, along with going over what I'm realistically doing with my time, because not all of it is going to be dedicated to writing. I do want a chunk of it dedicated to writing, but also I don't want to get to where I'm just consumed with one thing, because there are plenty of other things I want to do with my time outside of just writing a story. I have set aside an overview of all the different goals I want to complete this year. These color-coordinated goals, and then kind of briefly thought through what I wanted January, February, and March to look like, but I really don't have a huge goal, and I've been kind of jumping around with the goals that I really want to focus on. And I think I've determined that I want to focus on writing. So I spontaneously decided to sign up for what is basically a writing challenge event online for Christian teenage authors. And I thought it looked interesting and would encourage me to write a lot. And I thought, you know what? Why not just go full steam ahead with the story, since writing is my first love after all. I really do want to focus on the writing aspect before I try to do something artistic related, because I think that this is going to be the simpler one to get into, and realistically the one that I would want to stick with the longest. As I've been thinking, I want to make a writing section and figure out what those goals realistically look like. So I think first off, I'm going to write down all the things I want to do in January, right on this piece of paper, just to kind of get a bird's eye view of like, actually realistically, what does my time look like and how am I dividing up my time before I make any more goals, so that the goals I can set are, generally speaking, pretty realistic. So I planned out my entire month of January on, of course, how things typically go. All plans do not get completed at the expected time, so I may have to test out some other time management methods to get everything done. There's stuff related to things I want to do on working on videos, and other things I have to do, a piano lesson on Thursdays, youth on Wednesdays. There's little things like that. I didn't even put Sunday on this overview because to me Sundays are out of the picture entirely. I know what I'm going to do every Sunday. It's going to be the same no matter what. That said, I have intentionally placed time for writing, time for school. Those things I put on here like they're quote-unquote tasks. In reality, I'm going to naturally do the school because I already have a system that works. I may change what times of day I do things at, because I'm so used to doing school in the mornings. I may try to do it in the afternoons instead. We shall see. That said, I wanted to think according to if I'm going to commit this month to writing what kind of writing goals are realistic. My goals: finish draft 1, consistent writing routine, and then I want some mock-up illustrations because I would love to illustrate my own book. So there will be more on the project in due time. I will share more about it. That said, as far as the year goes, I don't know what other stories I want. I might write the follow-up to the first book. I might write draft 2 of the first book again, just because I know in my mind what needs to be changed already. So I may do that, but for now, I probably just need to break up my story into manageable goals and fully flesh out the story before I do further work on it. So that may be an upcoming video, is just me fleshing out the story and maybe giving some tidbits about it. I don't know. Anyway, though my plans are not incredibly ambitious, I consider them plans for the new year. I hope you have fun little goals in mind for yourself, whether it is restricted to just one creative hobby or many. Thank you for listening to my rambles. Come up with your own, tell me your own writing goals and other unrelated ones, because it's fun. I love hearing what people are planning on doing. So, again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you back with another writing affiliated video. Goodbye.